To KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
From KJFM Radio, Eagle 102, high school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 brings you the area's best girls and boys basketball action all season long. You can hear it all right here at 102.1 and online at KJFMEagle102.net. High school basketball on Eagle 102.
And welcome to the Class 2 sectionals here on KJFM. Mark Froenig, Jim Ross from Hannibal High School tonight as it's part 3 between Van Far and Milan. These teams have met in the quarterfinals the last 2 years, Jim. This time a game early, but it is the third and probably final chapter, at least in this series.
Yeah, I would guess that's right, as both teams are senior-laden, experienced, been to this spot before, and we've seen it before. The stats look similar. We'll just see how the outcome is.
And we'll talk about those stats and a whole lot more as we start the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Vandalia Dairy Queen, Betty Davis Insurance, and Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby Basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nurses, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, safe sitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Hannibal High School for the MSHSAA Class 2 sectionals here on KJFM. Mark Froenig, Jim Ross. And like we said off the bat, this is the third year in a row these two teams have met in the Class 2 state tournament. Van Far, of course, has won the last two, ending up in the Final Four each time, while Milan, kind of like Paris. Paris couldn't get that district title. Couldn't get it. They get it this year, and all of a sudden they win the ball game against Schuyler County, and they're into the second round of the state tournament coming up on Saturday. Congratulations to them, by the way, a 47-37 win over Scotland County. But Milan just hasn't been able to get past Van Far so far, and it's going to be a tough one again tonight.
Yeah, and ironically, last year Milan came in undefeated, and so you try and draw some comparisons. Scotland County came out of the same district, same area. Paris was able to get by them. Can you draw any conclusions from that? I don't know. Strength of schedule, maybe. You may look at that. Is the basketball as challenging in north central Missouri as it is in northeast Missouri? Those are the kind of things you look at. But, Milan comes in. They're the Grand River Conference champions. They've lost 3 games is all season, and they've got a pedigree. I'm not going to put my next check on it that it's the exact same 5 starters, but I'm pretty sure 4 of the 5 started when they were sophomores, juniors, and now seniors. And while we've got a number of seniors that play for Van Far that got time. They've actually reloaded in those 3 years and had some different personnel each year, and this year's no different. And we'll see if this year's version of the Van Far Indians can match their predecessors.
Speaking of predecessors, the last 3 years, you've got Milan 3 years ago averaged 65 points a game. Last year, 68 points a game. This year, 70 points a game. But Van Far has been able the last 2 years to slow them down, held them 16 points under their average in that quarterfinal win a year ago.
Yeah, they won 53-49 2 years ago. That game was actually in overtime, and then 64-52 last year, and actually handled them fairly easily. And going back and looking at the scoring, Ryan Dabney, one of the big scorers for Milan, they basically shut him down last year, and that's kind of Van Far's MO, is they play defense and they play it very well. They like to control tempo. Milan likes to go up and down, so we're gonna have to see how that plays out. Mark just told you they average 70 points a game. Van Far only averages 55, but they only give up 46. So it's going to be a contrast between who's going to win out. Does good defense beat good offense, or vice versa? And we'll find that out in the next 32 minutes.
And 4 of the starters average over 10 points a game for this Milan team. Ryan Dabney, 13 and a half. Hunter Shaw, 15 and a half. 13 for Gonzalez, and 10 and a half for Moorhead. So that's a pretty gaudy total. Like you said, it's who you're playing, and I don't know if they've run into a defensive team like Van Far yet this season.
One other thing they do is they shoot a lot of threes. They've shot 574 threes.
Holy moly.
This year. Now, they haven't shot it at a blazing clip. They shoot it at 33%. You compare that to Van Far, they've shot 464 threes for the season, and they shoot it at a 28% clip. And so you got to keep an eye on Hunter Shaw and Dre Moorhead. They're their 2 key three-point shooters. They've shot 140 and 160 threes respectively. And Van Far, on the other hand, it won't shock anybody. It's Sam Middleton and Verdell Johnson have shot the most threes for the Indians. And so, as you can see, the statistics are going to contrast. It's going to be intriguing to see how this shakes out.
You know, I got a little online hate 2 years ago because I picked up on the Milan team. They all do a little bunny hop when they start from the guard position, and every one of them starts the same way. And I picked up on that. They didn't get called for many travels 3 years ago, but last year I was kind of proven right. They were called for multiple traveling calls, I think 6 or 7. I think that's the over-under for traveling calls against them again this season. They have a specific style, and you know, I've always credited Coach Andrea Dabney because she's got a lot of buy-in from this team. I mean, she is definitely a leader out there and has these guys all trained to play a very good system for Milan.
And that's another one of the interesting things that the fans may have forgot. They have a female head coach on the varsity boys basketball team, and we've discussed it for 3 years. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, and I haven't seen it since. So, and ironically, I'm guessing it's her two boys.
Yes, it is. Ryan and Dominic Dabney.
That play and are key cogs in this Milan Wildcat offense. Speaking of the officials, they're a crew that we don't see very often, if at all. And I'm assuming the same would hold true for Milan. So, that's kind of the way you want it in a game of this magnitude.
No bias.
No bias at all. Exactly.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with keys to the game after this on Eagle 102.
Coverage of sectional basketball on Eagle 102 brought to you by Vandalia Firestone and Appliance, Shelter Insurance Agency in Vandalia, and Danny Orth Contracting.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. They'll be there for you when the sun comes up.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
The Eagle 102 Keys to the Game.
And as we get to the keys to the game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, just want to mention the injury situations for Van Far. Burdell Johnson still dealing with that wrist, although the coaching staff said it was doing better the last couple of days in practice. Again, he's tried a wrist support, like soft cast or something, but he didn't like that, so they're going back to the wrap around the thumb. Also injured in the district championship game was Colin Wilburn. He injured his ankle in that one, has been limited in practice, but I think once the game gets going, those juices, that adrenaline starts going, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'd say either one of these players, if the injury is not debilitating, once you throw it up, they'll forget all about that until it gets hit or stepped on or something, and that'll give them a reminder. One other stat I want to throw in before we talk to the keys, they only have one common opponent, which probably isn't any surprise with the distance they are apart, and that's Monroe City, ironically, who's playing tonight against Richmond over at Mobile Area Community College. Milan lost to Monroe City 61-41, while Van Far lost 58-47. So they both lost. If you want to try and draw conclusions to the margin of their loss, you can do that if you will. But I mean, the stats just stack up just like we've seen all 3 years.
Exactly. So with that being said, with the injuries being said, what are the keys to the game tonight?
Well, I think the one thing that Pat Conaway's been good at, especially in the postseason over the years, is he's been able to keep the other team off the free throw line and get to the free throw line. And I think that'll be key in tonight's game, because if he has it his way, this is going to be a score in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, you got to make your free throws, and you can't give them up to the other team in bunches. And, of course, you got to take care of the basketball, and that'll be the key for Milan, because, you know, Van Far's going to put defensive pressure on them, and they're going to want to go. And if they get a little frustrated by the slow pace that Van Far is going to try and dictate, they got to be able to take care of the basketball. And I think those are going to be key to tonight's game.
We'll have our starting lineups for you after this on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by County Market in Vandalia, Gentle Healthy Smiles, and Service and Supply Co-op.
Hello, this is Bridget Ruther, Assistant Vice President with Community State Bank of Missouri. Spring is around the corner, and it is time to make those needed home improvements with a home equity line of credit from Community State Bank of Missouri. Stop by and visit with one of our loan officers today. They will help guide you through the HELOC process. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank & Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for this ball game, first for the home team on the scoreboard at 23-3. They're the Milan Wildcats, coached by Andrea Dabney. They'll start a 5'3" senior, number 10, Caleb Weber. 6'3" senior gets the start, number 12, Hunter Shaw. A 6'1" senior, number 15, Eddie Gonzalez. A 5'9" senior, number 23, Dre Moorhead. And a 6'5" senior, number 33, Ryan Dabney. For Van Far, they're 22-6 on the season, coached by Pat Conaway. They'll start number 0, a 6' senior, Vernell Johnson. Number 4 gets the start tonight, a 6'3" senior, Colin Wilburn. Number 22, a 5'9" senior, Sam Middleton gets the start tonight. Number 35, a 5'11" senior, Riley Hansen. And number 40, a 5'11" senior, Morgan Slatton. So again, for the Wildcats, it's Weaver, Shaw, Gonzalez, Moorhead, and Dabney. For Van Far, it's Johnson, Wilburn, Middleton, Hansen, and Slatton.
Andrea Dabney, the head coach, she's assisted by Justin Duffy. And, of course, Pat Conaway, assisted by Brett Redding. We're glad to have you with us, Jim Ross, Mark Froelich. Van Far will move from our right to our left on your radio dial in this first half. KJFM Eagle102.net. If you want to watch this or you have friends outside of our listening area on the radio, we're streaming this live on the internet. And one of the officials is going to the locker room and, forget his whistle?
I'm not sure.
I know somebody that did that one time. We'll see if that's the case. As
are they sitting at
forgot
this
the basketball?
table?
They forgot the basketball.
Okay.
Need a game ball, huh?
Yeah, kind of important.
It'd be kind of hard to play shadow basketball for 32 minutes. So we're ready to go. All three officials are on the floor, and we're ready to get with it here. Pretty good crowd on hand, nowhere near a full house. So if you're on the way, hustle up. You'll get a decent seat. Wilburn jumps center against Shaw, and it goes out of bounds, and they're going to say we're going to throw it up again.
So a second comes off the clock. And they'll go back to the center circle with Wilburn.
An ominous start.
And Hunter Shaw.
Don't see that very often. And it's tipped into the front court, and it's going to go off of. Now they don't know again, or who they're going to give it to.
I think they're going to give it to the Wildcats.
So they get the first possession. Van Far will get the arrow. And finally, with 7:56 to play, we're going to have our first offensive possession. Van Far in their normal man-to-man. Pick him up at half court. Dabney in the corner to Moorhead. He fires the first three. It's off the side of the backboard. And off comes Johnson with the loose ball rebound. He'll set it up. And looks like they're going to be in a little half-court trap, and the first turnover of the game is just deflected and stolen away by the Wildcats. Moorhead's going to fire a three from the other side. This time it's off the mark. Shaw with the offensive rebound, put back up and good. So not the way you'd want to start it if you're Van Far. It's a 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap, and now Shaw kicks it. And on the kicking violation, Van Far will have it right at the front of their bench. We've played 40 seconds. So it looks like this 1-2-2 half-court or three-quarter court trap is going to be what takes place, and then they'll trap into the front court as well. Wilburn over on the far sideline gets it back to Johnson. Johnson looks for some space now in the high post of Slatton. Left wing to Milton. He'll shoot the three off the back of the rim, no good. And a rebound to Dabney of Milan. He'll bring it into the front court. In the right corner to Weaver. He whips it around to Shaw, now to Moorhead in the left corner. He'll shoot another three. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound to Dabney. He spins into the paint in a double team, puts it up, won't go. But we have a whistle and a foul.
I think it's going to go on Wilburn, his first.
That is correct. And to the line is Ryan Dabney, a 58% free throw shooter for the season. 6'5" senior for the Wildcats, and he makes the first. He'll get a second. Early 3-0 lead for the Wildcats. Dabney with the second. It's on the mark as well. So a 4-0 lead for Milan. Hanson and Johnson in the backcourt still. They'll wait for the double team to come. Now skip it over to Milton into the front court on the far sidelines, and they'll set it up to Johnson. Johnson dribbles through trouble. Now he's in a double team, picks up a dribble, and throws it to Slat and nearly fumbles it away, but Middleton picks it up, and now another kick, this time by Eddie Gonzalez. They don't have soccer at Milan, do they?
They're pretty good, aren't they?
So far. So Hanson will trigger it in out by the three-point line on the baseline. They get it into Johnson in the short corner. He ball fakes, goes up in a crowd. It's off the rim, no good. Wilburn with the offensive rebound. It's blocked from behind and goes out of bounds off of Milan. Dabney with the defensive block, but Van Faro maintained possession. 4-0 in the early going, 6:13 to play here in the first. Hanson to trigger it in, left side of the paint, gets it to Johnson. His runner up off the glass, no good. And Dabney with the rebound. He'll look to run, gets it across half court. Now to Shaw in the left corner. He'll spin, move to the baseline, now backs up behind the arc, gets it in the post area, whips it out to Dabney. Dabney now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the right wing to Weaver. Weaver penetrates in, his runner's off the back of the rim, no good. Hanson with the rebound for Van Far. He'll head up the right sidelines, now gets it to Johnson. Johnson into the front court now. They're trapping as soon as Van Far gets across the timeline, and it goes through the hands of Hanson and out of bounds, and the second turnover on Van Far. Timeout on the floor. 4:55-41 to play in the first. 4-0 Milan. You're listening to sectional basketball action on Eagle 102.
Coverage of sectional basketball on Eagle 102 brought to you by Barnett's Landscaping, Bowling Green Ready Mix, and Kearns Construction.
Come see what's new from the cone capital of the world, Dairy Queen in Vandalia. Speaking of cones, try the all-new cotton candy dip cones, popular with kids of all ages. The March blizzard of the month is the one and only Mint Oreo. Oreo cookie pieces and cream de mint blended with their world-famous soft serve to blizzard perfection. And don't forget the Dairy Queen ice cream cake for all those special occasions. Dairy Queen, 810 Highway 54 West in Vandalia.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Eolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement, and Calumet of Missouri.
Milan has it out of the timeout, and Moorhead drives baseline, and it's deflected, and they say it'll go out of bounds off of Van Far. Looks like Van Far was in a zone out of that timeout that time. But they're now back into their man-to-man. Shaw triggers it inbounds, and he'll get it back on the inbound. Now to Dabney on the left block. His reverse move up underneath the basket. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Good defense by Wilburn. And the Indians come away with the loose ball. Johnson now. Back to Hanson into the front court. He'll get it to Wilburn in the paint. He'll go up in the crowd. It's no good, but he's going to be fouled. Wildcats very active on defense, Mark.
Yeah, they play as fast on that end as they do on the offensive end.
Foul's going to be on Ryan Dabney, his first. And to the line is Colin Wilburn, a 46% free throw shooter on the season. He'll get 2 shots. First one's off the mark. He'll get a second. 5:12 to play here in the first. Van Far yet to score. Wilburn with the second. That's short as well. Johnson with the offensive rebound. He'll dribble out beyond the arc and let it fly from there. Left wing, it's an air ball. Long rebound. It's going to go all the way to half court, and Hanson will pick it up. Hanson now gets it to Middleton on the right sideline. Short corner now to Wilburn. They trap everywhere is what Milan's doing. Anytime they get a trap, they're coming with the double team. Ball knocked away that time by Weaver, but Johnson tracks it down. Dribbles to the left wing to Hanson. Pressure everywhere on the floor. Hanson in a double team now. Gets through that. Gets it to Middleton. Middleton pulls up from right wing. 3 front of the rim, no good. Rebounds loose, and it's going to go off of Van Far. Back to Milan as it goes out of bounds right at the water jug.
And they back each other up, too. They've got that pressure, but as soon as it goes somewhere else, they rotate around and always have a man down low.
Alex Roman in along with Dominic Dabney as Moorhead and Weaver take a seat for Milan. Back they come. Gonzalez now. Right wing to Dabney. Dabney still with the dribble out beyond the arc, hands it off to his brother. Ryan now tries to drive baseline. He's in a double team. We're going to have a hand check call on Hanson.
His first, team's second.
So we played almost 4 minutes. Van Far yet to score. They trail 4-0. On the inbounds, Dabney's going to shoot the three from the corner. It's no good. Johnson with the rebound. He'll try and push it a little bit. Gets to the front court, gets it underneath to Wilburn. He flips it out of the triple team to Hanson for three. It's good. Riley Hanson from the left corner gets Van Far on the board, and it's 4-3. Gonzalez now to Dabney. Right corner now to Ryan Dabney. To Dominic. To Shaw. Head of the key. He'll shoot the three. It's off the mark. No good. Dabney with the offensive rebound. Put back and good. Ryan Dabney's got 4 of the 6 for Milan. They lead at 6-3. Hanson now to Johnson. Crosses the timeline to Middleton. He'll shoot the three. Back the rim. No good. Long rebound picked up by Johnson. Johnson now. Ball fakes. It's in the high post of Slatton to Middleton. He decides not to shoot the three that time, and they'll reset it with 3:20 to play in the first. Trailing 6-3. Johnson now in the high post of Slatton. He ball fakes. Goes to the glass. His shot's short. No good. Had a good look that time, but couldn't convert it. Gonzalez over on the far sideline now into the front court now for Milan. Still has his dribble. Gets it in the post to Dominic Dabney. He'll shoot it from the block. It's no good. Rebound's going to go off the foot of Slatton and out of bounds back to Milan. Wright and Latrell Wright and Aiden Lawrence in for Van Far. Hanson and Slatton will take a seat. Shaw will trigger it in. Head of the key to Gonzalez. He fakes the three-pointer. Now puts it on the floor, kicks it out left wing to Dabney. His three is off the mark, no good. Well, we set, and then a rebound stolen away from Middleton by Gonzalez, and he scores. Oh my! Third turnover of the game, and a big bucket up close by Milan. They lead 8-3.
Yeah, they do love chucking up that three, though, don't they?
That's where I was going with it for sure. Middleton now into the front court to Johnson. Johnson backs up. They've got Van Far out of their offense with this trap. Johnson now penetrates in to the paint, drops it down to the right. He goes up in the crowd. It won't go, but there's a whistle on a foul. And we'll have to see who they call on. I think it's going to be on Alex Roman. It is his first. Team second, and to the line, Latrell Wright. He'll get 2. 59% free throw shooter. Van Far shoots at 54% as a team, while Milan is 64% as a team.
But they've missed their first three.
He'll get a second. We talked about free throws in the pregame. So far, 2 for 2 for Milan and 0 for the Indians. Wright will get a second. Trailing 8-3. Both student sections in full force here tonight. Second free throw is no good as well, but Wilburn on the offensive glass. His tip-in won't go. Dabney out with the rebound for Milan. He'll bring it into the front court. Right wing to Moorhead. Moorhead to Dabney to Shaw. Shaw between the legs. Left corner now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it to cutting Shaw. His finger roll won't go. Van Far with the rebound. Johnson into the front court now. A little stop and go move to the wing. Doesn't look like that Ritz is bothering him at all, and he's fouled from behind. And it's Gonzalez who's going to pick up his first. Another interesting thing about Andrea Dabney, as a general rule, she just kind of sits quietly at the end of the bench. Now she's up, coaching her troops a little bit. Wilburn gets it into the post, kicks it back out to Johnson, head of the key. A little inside out, but couldn't get an open shot. Lawrence now back to Johnson at the center court circle. Right wing to Milton. He'll shoot the three. Front of the rim, no good. He hadn't found the range yet. And Shaw with the rebound. Shaw into the front court to Dabney. Dabney still holds it, backs up about the 28-foot mark, gives it back to Gonzalez. Down to 1:15 to play in the first. Dabney, that's Ryan in the corner to Shaw. Shaw gets it into Dominic. His turnaround shot won't go. Middleton with the rebound for Van Far. They need a bucket. 1 minute to play in the quarter. They trail 8-3. 5 is the biggest lead of the game for either team. Johnson now into the front court. Skips it to Wright. Wright puts it on the floor, gets out of the double team, back to Johnson. Johnson now to Middleton to Wilburn in the corner. He'll hold it, looks, gives it to Johnson in the deep corner. He's going to let it fly. It's off the front of him, no good. Dominic Dabney with the rebound. They look to run up to Moorhead. He thinks about a three, now gets it inside to the post. And a bucket. No offensive foul called as Ryan Dabney flattened the defensive player. They don't call it, and it's a 10-3 lead. Down to 20 seconds. Middleton to Wilburn. Down to 14. Johnson now right wing to Middleton in the short corner to Wilburn. And his spin move is tied up by Dabney. If that's on Ryan, that'll be his second.
He'll be replaced by Alexis Roman.
And he will. So Van Far will have it with 10.2 seconds to play right side of the paint. On the baseline. Wilburn will give it right back to Johnson. Down to 6. He's in trouble. He's picked up his dribble, gets it to Lawrence. His shot's partially blocked from behind, no good. And a half-court shot at the buzzers, off the mark, no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action. Your score, the Milan Wildcats 10, the Van Far Indians 3. You're listening to sectional championship action on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia, Central Bank of Audrain County, and Tri-County Care Center. Making dreams come true. Danny Orff Contracting. No matter if you need replacement windows or want to build a brand new home, give Danny Orff Contracting a call, 573-470-4925. Fully insured with references available. Danny Orff Contracting is a company you can count on to build your dream right. Metal roofing, decks, porches, sunrooms, vinyl siding, stairs, and much more. Danny Orff General Contracting. Get a free estimate, 573-470-4925.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Well, Mark, one thing we talked about at Van Far when other teams come into the smaller venue and the close shooting background, now you've gone to this big gym at Hannibal, and both teams, neither team's got on track from outside, from beyond the arc, and I'm sure it's an adjustment to the surroundings and the background being so much further away here. And we'll see if either team can get untracked here in the second quarter. Van Far has it to start the quarter. They trail 10-3, the lowest scoring quarter I can remember by the Van Far Indians. And now Middleton in a double team. He throws it away. Stolen to Gonzalez. He'll take it to the glass for the layup. Up and good. Eddie Gonzalez with his 4th point of the night, 4th turnover of the game. And Van Far trails by 9 here in the early game. Middleton over in a double team again, gets it to Johnson. All their activity is way away from the bucket, well outside the arc. Johnson now is going to shoot it from about 22. It's no good. Long rebound is going to be tracked down by Gonzalez, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul.
This is definitely a different look from the Wildcats than we've seen the last 2 years. But you have to remember, Van Far was down double digits in the final 4 minutes of that ball game before they forced overtime 2 years ago.
That is correct. Let's see what Milan's got. A 3-ball from Shaw from the corner, way off the mark, off the inbound. And Van Far with the rebound. They need to bucket it in the worst way. They've got to figure out this trap. Hanson now. Somebody needs to penetrate and get into the paint and break this down. They get to Hanson. It goes through his hands. 5th turnover by Van Far. Back come the Wildcats. Dominic pulls up from 8. It's good. Fumbled at dribble. It got into the paint. And the lead is 11. Hanson in the front court now right below us here. We're at Hannibal High School, by the way. Middleton to Johnson outside the arc. To Milton on the far sideline. Back to Johnson, left wing now to Hanson. Everywhere you turn, there's a double team. It's a 2-3 zone kind of thing, and the pass to Slatton's too hot to handle from Johnson. And the sixth turnover of the game gives it back to Milan. Timeout on the floor. 6:14 to play in the first half. Milan 14, Van Far 3. You're listening to sectional championship action on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Vandalia Dairy Queen, Betty Davis Insurance, and Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Compare the bottom line, and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Vandalia. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit. Check out their wonderful deli department and let the friendly staff help with any questions you may have. From steak to seafood and everything in between, selections are plentiful in every aisle. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit them. County Market, Highway 54 West, Vandalia.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hinky Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Service.
Out of the timeout, Milan will have the ball back, leading by 11. Dabney, that's Dominic, right corner now to Gonzalez. He'll put it on the floor behind his back, gets up in the air, skips it far corner to Shaw. Shaw traveled. First turnover of the game.
What I have the over-under on?
6, I believe, wasn't it? That's 1. Van Far, in a desperate need for a bucket. They just haven't been able to solve this trap so far. Right wing now to Hanson. He penetrates in his wild left-hander, goes up and in. Oh, my. I think that may have been deflected on the way. Went off the glass and in. And a bucket is what they needed no matter how they get it. Now into the post area. A turnaround jumper by Roman is good. The little guy inside. I say little, he's 5'11". But there's a lot of pretty good-sized bodies on the floor around him. Hanson now into the front court, skips it back to Johnson. In the high post to Wilburn. Wilburn to Slatton, back to Johnson, head of the key. He'll back up now, splits the double team to Hanson. Hanson dribbles to the left wing, now to Milton. He'll shoot it from the deep corner. It's way off the mark. Slatton with the long rebound to Johnson. He'll shoot the three, and it's off the glass and good. Well, maybe that'll get him going. He leads them in scoring at 16.6. That's his first bucket, cuts the lead to 8. Gonzalez at the free throw line. He'll pull up and shoot from 15. It's off the mark. Rebounds loose. Hanson will pick it up. Spins out of trouble now and gets run into by Gonzalez. And that'll be Gonzalez's second foul.
And that's the risk you run when you have that much pressure defense at every position.
So Gonzalez with 2 fouls is going to come out. Ryan Dabney with 2 fouls is going to come back in. Also joining the fun, Caleb Weaver will return. And Moorhead will take a seat for Milan. Van Far cutting into this 11-point lead, down by 8, 16-8. Johnson now has it deflected. Another turnover. Waiting too long for the double team to get there. Back into the offensive end for the Wildcats. Roman now in the corner to Dabney. Roman to Dabney, now in the corner to Shaw. Far side, we've got a foul away from the ball.
I think it's going to be on Wilburn. Nope.
They're going to call it on Hanson, his second. And Wright will come in for Hanson.
Do you think Riddell Johnson at 100% would have a lot better chance against this two-man pressure?
I don't think he's showing any signs of that wrist injury. He's using both hands pretty freely. He's just waiting too long, like now. Picks it up, and now he's trapped in the double team and throws it away. You can't wait for him to get there after you picked up your dribble. You're in a peck of trouble. And the 8th turnover of the first half for Van Far. We've got 4 minutes to play here in the half, 16-8. Milan on top. Roman with it. Hedeke gets it down inside to Shaw. His shot's up and good. Count the bucket and the foul. Hunter Shaw with his second field goal. I think the foul's going to go on Johnson, his second. And Shaw will go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. He's a 73% free throw shooter. And he drains it. He leads them in scoring. As Mark showed, they have 4 players averaging double figures. Hunter Shaw leads the crew with 15.5. Wilburn into the front court now. Kicks to Johnson. Johnson a deep 3, way off the mark, no good. And Dabney with the rebound for Milan. He's going to be fouled by Wilburn. That'll be his second as well. Yeah, he puts both fingers to his temple saying, that wasn't very smart. And he is 100% right, 90 feet from the bucket. You don't want to pick up your second foul doing that. So Milan will get it back, leading by 11 again. They lob it inside. Dabney with the catch. He's all alone. He'll score it.
My goodness.
Milan imposing their will right now. They have got Van Far completely out of whack on the offensive end. Turner, or check that right, throws it away again. Another turnover, and then he comes and fouls.
First on Luttrell, and again, a long ways from the basket.
To the line will go Caleb Weaver. He'll get a 1-on-1 opportunity, and Aiden Lawrence will come in. Slatton will take a seat. Weaver will get a 1-on-1. 5'3" senior. It's off the front end, no good, and Roman will pick up his second foul on the rebound.
First miss from the free throw line for the Wildcats in this ball game.
Roman ran to the bench like he was coming out, and Coach Dabney got up and barked a few instructions. He shook his head yes and said play on. So Van Far into the backcourt. Now they get it to Wilburn in the front court. He's going to drive to the bucket, up and good. Roman tried to take an offensive foul, but he was way too late. And Wilburn with his first bucket. Into Dabney again, up on the glass. Good, count the bucket and the foul.
That's going to be 3 on Wilburn.
That's trouble for the Indians, because Dabney is really showing his stuff this year. Van Far was able to shut him down last year. He's got 10 already in the first half, and he'll be at the line to try and convert the three-point play. Wilburn will take a seat. Slatton will come in to replace him. 2:52 to play in the half. The official tries to clean up a little perspiration underneath the bucket. And Ryan Dabney, the 6'5" senior, misses the free throw. Johnson with the rebound. He'll hustle it up the left sideline right in front of the benches. Now skip pass to the far side to Middleton. Middleton to Lawrence, head of the key, left wing now to Johnson. Johnson to Lawrence. Lawrence to Middleton. Middleton now in the corner in a double team. Skip back to right to Johnson in the left corner. Johnson spin move, fadeaway jumper from 10s, back of the ring, no good. Loose ball rebound, picked up by Roman. He'll get it back to Dabney, and they'll settle things down. Dabney across the timeline, now to Roman. Roman tries to get it inside to Dominic Dabney, but that pass is too tall for him. And the second turnover of the game will give it back to Van Far.
Good little hidden contact there from Lawrence.
Moorhead back in. Ryan Dabney takes a seat, save him from his third foul. Down to 2:10 to play in the half. Johnson backs up, still in the backcourt. His pass is deflected, stolen away by Shaw. He goes up and he jams it. Oh my! The 6'3" Shaw off of 2 feet slams it down, and it's a 15-point lead for Milan. Johnson now in another double team. We've got a whistle and a foul, and I think that's going to be on Weaver, I believe.
Listen to that Milan student section across the way.
That brought everybody to their feet. That was a little bit unexpected. Didn't have much of a run at the basket and just went up and jammed it over a Van Far player. So to the line with a 1-on-1 is Verdell Johnson, a 55% free throw shooter. He makes the first. He'll get a second. Well, you talked about Van Far coming from a double-digit lead a couple of years ago. That's going to be the challenge again this year as they trail it by 14 with 1:49 to play here in the first half. Johnson rattle homes the second. Hanson will return. Lawrence will take a seat.
Well, Milan, who started so well shooting free throws, have missed their last two, and Van Far hits two to finally break that goose egg.
Full court pressure by Van Far, and Milan wants a timeout. 1:49 to play in the half. 25-12. Milan leads it. You're listening to Sectional Action on Eagle 102.
Coverage of sectional basketball on Eagle 102 brought to you by Vandalia Firestone and Appliance, Shelter Insurance Agency in Vandalia, and Danny Orth Contracting.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Van Far comes out in a press. Coach Andrea Dabney immediately calls a timeout. You know, sometimes teams that press don't like to be pressed. We'll see what they draw up in the huddle, as I'm sure Van Far is going to try and shake them up a little bit, as they've only turned it over 2 times in the first half, have the Wildcats, compared to 10 for Van Far. Dabney will throw it in. That's Ryan. He gets it to Shaw. Full court man pressure. We'll see if they try and trap if they can, but no problem for the Wildcats as they get it into the front court. Dominic Dabney on the left wing. Now to Weaver, who's back into the game. To Ryan Dabney. Now to Dominic, left elbow, underneath to Shaw. He'll go up, reverse layups, up and good.
Shaw's impressive.
Yes, he is. 6'3", lanky kid. Obviously, he's got some hops, and he can shoot the three. I'm guessing he's getting some looks. I saw a couple college coaches in the stands, and we got a whistle and a traveling violation on Hanson as he tried to split the double team. I don't know, folks at home, if you can quite understand it there. It's about a 3/4 court 1-2-2, and then they trap as soon as they cross the center court stripe everywhere they go. If it goes to the wing, it's a trap. If it goes to the corner, it's a trap. It's a very active defense, and it's got Van Far completely out of whack. Moorhead now, speaking out of whack, he's in a double team. Jumps up and throws it, and there's Shaw. Shaw's going to go up this time. He's going to finger roll the layup. It's up and good. And the lead is the biggest of the game at 17, 29-12. Hanson now spins out of trouble. Pulls up from 16, left corner, no good. Milton with the offensive rebound. His putback's up good. Count the bucket and the foul.
First points for Sam Middleton tonight. Chance to make it 3 from the line.
63% free throw shooter. We're down to 40.3 seconds to play. They'll get Johnson out of the game so he doesn't pick up his third. Wilburn already on the bench with 3. Lawrence comes in for Johnson.
Well, I thought, at 10-3 after 1 quarter, there's no way they're going to get 70, but they're right on track for 60 plus.
Yes, they are. The free throw by Milton is good. Give him 3 for the game. And it's 29-15, down to 35 seconds to play. Moorhead in the backcourt. Now gets it to Weaver. Weaver in the corner to Shaw. Shaw in the post now to Dabney. That's Dominic. He'll go up from the left block. No good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And Dominic Dabney is going to go to the line and get 2 shots. Foul is going to be on Lawrence, his first. Team's 9th. So just a 1-and-1, or did they call it 2? They called it a 2-shot foul, so Dabney will get 2. 58% free throw shooter. And the first one goes in. He'll get a second. 5'11" junior. As Johnson will return now for.
Yeah, Lawrence came limping off.
Johnson's got to be careful.
You got to figure they'll go right at him.
Dabney with the second. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Shaw with the over-the-back rebound, and then it's knocked away and stolen. Stolen by Hanson. Fans wanted a foul. And now Middleton will be fouled.
Going to be on Dominic Dabney, his first. He didn't like the call.
And that's the 19th foul, so Middleton back to the free throw line, a 63% free throw shooter. He'll get a one-on-one. 17 seconds to play here in the half. 30-15. Milan on top. Middleton's first does a 360 and out. Roman with the rebound, down to 15. Plenty of time for the Wildcats. Dominic now into the front court, in a double team, gets it in the corner to Moorhead. Moorhead in trouble, down to 4, down to 3. He'll pull up from 22, and it's an air ball, and that'll do it for the first half of action. A good half it was for the Wildcats. Van Far will have to talk about it at half. Your score, the Milan Wildcats 30, the Van Far Indians 15. We're at half. The halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Betty Davis Insurance in Vandalia is an independent insurance agency. They represent multiple companies to find you the best coverage to fit your budget. Betty Davis Insurance provides auto, homeowner, business, and commercial insurance, as well as health and life. If you need insurance, you need to get a competitive quote today. They have a quote with your name on it. Better service, better coverage, better price. Betty Davis Insurance Agency, 100 North Main, Vandalia.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, Milan pours it on there in the first half, outscoring Van Far 10-3 in the first quarter and 20-12 in the second quarter. That is a pretty impressive offensive output against a stingy Van Far defensive team.
Yeah, good offensively, but a lot of that offense came from defense, which has been devastating up to this point with that trap. Van Far turned it over 11 times in the first half. That's almost a game full for them normally. Milan only turned it over 3 times, and as you said, it's been a dominant performance so far by the Wildcats.
And Milan started the ball game in this trap. The only thing that's changed is they've abandoned the 3. They didn't shoot a 3 except for there in desperation at the end.
Right.
So they knew it wasn't working and got rid of it and really poured it on there in the second quarter, getting toward their season averages.
Right, and they were able to pound the ball inside to Ryan Dabney. Shaw with some stuff inside as well, including an impressive dunk.
Yeah, from a flat foot position.
From point blank range, yeah. That brought the house down here and really, really energized the fans from Milan and his teammates as well. And so they go into the locker room on top, which I venture to say is the biggest deficit of the year at halftime for the Van Far Indians.
If not one of them, definitely. 15 points after 2 quarters, and this is where the Van Far coaching staff has really shined, though, making those halftime adjustments and putting together a second half run. It's we've seen it for years now.
and they will earn their paycheck tonight.
Definitely. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring as we continue the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by County Market in Vandalia, Gentle Healthy Smiles, and Service and Supply Co-op.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
At Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bowling Green, they are focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the products and services they need to grow the best crops possible. They are full service when you need an extra hand, other custom spraying along with fertilizer and lime application. And don't forget, they sell seed and chemicals at the best prices around. Nutrient Ag Solutions, 16083 Business Highway 61 North in Bowling Green, for all your farming inputs.
Hi folks, this is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Milan comes out of the locker room. Van Far still in their locker room up on the second level. Now the door opens. Just a statistician coming out. Let's look at first half scoring for the Indians. 2 points for Colin Wilburn, 3 for Sam Middleton, and 5 each for Verdell Johnson and Riley Hansen. Van Far 3 of 8 shooting free throws, and they have 2 3-pointers on the board through 2 quarters. For the Milan Wildcats, 2 points for Alexis Roman, 3 for Dominic Dabney, 4 points for Eddie Gonzalez, 10 for Ryan Dabney, and 11 for Hunter Shaw. And after hitting their first 4, I believe, from the line, they went cold after that to hitting just 4 of 7 through the first 2 quarters of this ball game.
Their biggest lead of the night, 17 points. Van Far has never led in this game. And if you want to put it into perspective how big the challenge is for Van Far, they've scored 15 points the entire first half. They're down by 15. That ought to tell you about all you need to know. They're going to have to speed, and really speeding this game up is not necessarily what they want to do, because I don't know that they want to get in an up and down affair with Milan, but the only way they're going to get back into this game is to lock them down defensively and have some quick buckets.
And avoid that trap if any way they can, whether it's maybe get a little cherry picking going on, get that rebound and a long 3/4 court pass or something, try and beat them that way.
Beat it down the floor, yeah. I mean, and what they were doing, Verdell and Riley, they were the 2 guys that were out on the point, because you got to have a 2-guard front when you have a 1-2-2 set. They were waiting too long, and they were waiting for the double team to come, and then they were in trouble. And the wings are very good at spreading out to create passing lane problems for them, and thus they turned it over 11 times. A lot of those were turned into buckets, and thus they trail by 15, 30 to 15.
I noticed a couple of possessions there in the second quarter. They experimented with moving Verdell to a shooting guard and having Lawrence run the point.
Or if you think about it in terms of it being a full court press, even though it's a half court, get somebody in the middle. You got to get somebody in the middle of the floor, like at the high post, and then if you can get it to them, that breaks it down. I mean, if you think about it, you've got 3 guys guarding 2 guys out front. If you get it to the high post, now you, and for all intents and purposes, got a 3-on-2 to the bucket, and so that's I'm guessing that's what they're going to try and do, other than press and maybe try and speed this thing up. But I just got a bad feeling if they try and speed this thing up, we're going to see Hunter Shaw really throw one down on a break on a turnover before this thing's over with. Because what he did, I mean, it was one of those dunks that you didn't expect it. It was like almost took your breath, like, oh my gosh, what was that?
Yeah. This has been the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. Third quarter begins in 30 seconds on Eagle 102.
Coverage of sectional basketball on Eagle 102 brought to you by Barnett's Landscaping, Bowling Green Ready Mix, and Kearns Construction. Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green. La Crosse Lumber Company in Vandalia is your #1 stop for all your residential and commercial remodeling and new construction needs. Their product knowledge and exceptional customer service sets them apart from their competitors. So for building materials, plumbing supplies, paint, windows and doors, electrical supplies, hardware items, and more, visit La Crosse Lumber Company in Vandalia. La Crosse Lumber, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
Well, we apologize for getting back late. Van Far had the first possession, missed a three, and Shaw comes back and scores for Milan. Now Hanson's three-pointers off the mark. Check that, Middleton's three-pointers off the mark. And Milan back with the ball in the offensive end. They throw it inside, stolen away by Wilburn. First homer of the game, or of the second half. Now Wilburn tries to go to the bucket, loses his footing, and he'll be whistled for the travel. Little contact on his way. And Far Faithful wanted a foul, and they're going to press full court, are the Indians. And a little double dribble by Moorhead. And had a little pause and carried it. And so 2 turnovers for Milan here in the first minute. We only had 3 the whole first half.
Well, that maybe cracked the door open a little bit.
Van Far's got to convert. They trail by 17. Hanson's going to penetrate in, drops it off Slatton. His short corner runner is up and good. Morgan Slatton's on the board, his first 2 points of the night. And it's back to a 15-point lead, 32-17. Moorhead in a double team in the backcourt. He'll throw it off of Wilburn. And it goes out of bounds back to Milan. One thing I've noticed about these Milan players, they all seem to have basketball smarts about them, man. They know where to go. Their spacing's good. That particular situation, Moorhead knew he was in trouble, so he threw it off the defender. Gonzalez into the front court, and he's going to be tripped up from behind. And the Van Far Faithful have a complaint. The same thing that happened to Wilburn happened on this end of the floor, and it was a foul on this end on Slatton, his first. Shaw to trigger inbounds to Gonzalez, head of the key. Man-to-man defense in the half court by Van Far. Moorhead in the far corner now. Has Slatton chasing him around. Dribbles through everybody. Still goes up now to Shaw in the near corner. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Dabney. That's Ryan. A little turnaround jumper. Fade away off the glass and good.
He's got a dozen, and boy, he's got a sweet little shot, doesn't he?
He's a nice player, too. You talked about Shaw. Dabney's 6'5". Hanson goes in. His finger roll won't go. He follows it up, tips it up, and good. So Riley Hanson with the first 2 points of the half for him. And now into the front court quickly. Shaw tracks it down in the near corner to Moorhead. Moorhead settle things for the Wildcats. Between the legs now guarded by Middleton. Dabney now gets it in the high area outside the arc. To Gonzalez. He'll shoot the fadeaway 3. It's way off the mark. Middleton with the rebound. To Johnson. The Indians just need to get untracked offensively. Hanson's going to try a 3. In and out, no good. And Gonzalez will check that Moorhead with the rebound for Milan. And now Middleton whistled on a touch foul.
By the official from behind. And Sam argued to the official in front of him.
That's one of those fouls that didn't cause any harm. Let him play on. 2-2-1 full court press this time by Van Far. Gonzalez dribbles through it all to Shaw in the near corner. He'll shoot the three. It's good.
That's not good.
And the lead is 18.
That's their first from beyond the arc to fall. I think they missed about 10 there in the first quarter.
They missed a bunch. Both teams did, for that matter. Into the high post to Wilburn, but there's a whistle on a foul, and that's going to go on Moorhead, his first. Bad Pearl have it underneath their own hoop on the left side of the paint. 4:54 to play in the third, trailing 37-19. You heard me right. Wilburn in the post, kicks it at Slatton. He dribbles to the elbow, loses the handle. It's loose on the floor, and we'll have a tie-up. They're going to call travel. Thought we'd have a jump ball, but they called traveling on Slatton. No big fan of that call. Ball was loose.
That was a tough one, yeah.
As Middleton and Gonzalez doing a dance out there together, and they hadn't put the ball in play yet. Now they do. Gonzalez grabs it and is into the front court now. Guarded by Slatton to the left wing, tries to lob it inside. It's deflected back out. Shaw grabs a loose ball to Dabney. They play a little two-man game. Now Gonzalez had the key right wing to Moorhead. He'll shoot the three. No good. Hanson with the rebound. Moorhead has shot 163s this year. As Johnson goes to the bucket, it's partially deflected and loose on the floor, and he'll get it back now, and he'll be fouled by Shaw.
Is that just the first on Shaw? It looks like it, yep.
That's what I've got. So Vanpar have it far sideline just into the front court. They're moving from our left to our right in this second half, by the way. Jim Ross, Mark Froelich with you here on KJFM. Glad to have you with us. Vanpar needs a bucket, needs to get going. They trail 37-19. Hanson skip past near side to Johnson. He'll shoot the three from the wing. It's on the line, but it's long. Gonzalez with the rebound. He'll throw it ahead to Dabney. Dabney tracks it down. Now he'll slow things down, whips it underneath to Shaw. Shaw makes the catch, goes up. He can't get it to the bucket, but there's a whistle and a foul.
That pass was behind him, and he was able to trap it on the back of his hip.
Foul's going to be on Hanson, and he got a little verbal lashing from the official.
His third.
He said something, and now he's going to go to the bench and tell Coach Conaway, you might want to tell 35 to zip it. As Shaw will go to the line, he'll get two shots. First one's good, a 73% free throw shooter. Now Hanson will come out and have a little chat with Coach Conaway.
You know, if your dad is an official, you should know how to talk to an official.
Yeah, I think you'd know not to. Second free throw by Shaw. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound to Johnson. Johnson into the front court, trailing by 19. Now the Lawrence, they get it in the post, and we got a whistle and a travel. Man, didn't see that one either. Coming from the official on the far sideline. Nonetheless, Milan gets it back. Shaw into the front court to Weaver. Now to Dabney. Dabney to Dominic, who checked into the game a while ago. Holds it outside the arc now. Nearly has it stolen away. Now spins into the paint, shoots it from 10. Back the ring, no good. Lawrence with the rebound. He'll get it to Johnson. He'll look to run. Gets to the free throw line, stop and pop from 15. It's good. Verdell Johnson with the bucket. Timeout on the floor. 3:24 to play in the third. 38-21. Milan leads it. You're listening to sectional championship action on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia, Central Bank of Audrain County, and Tri-County Care Center.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Pogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
3:24 to play in the third. Out of the timeout, no problem for Milan getting through the press. Now Moorhead in a double team, and we got a whistle on a jump ball.
Going to stay with the Wildcats with 3:17 to play in the third.
38-21 our score. Shaw will throw it in right here below us. We're right at the front row on the second level here at Hannibal High School. He gets it into Dominic. Dabney into the corner. Here, inside little two-man game with Ryan. Back to Dominic. Now to Shaw. Shaw. Ball fakes, penetrates to the free throw line. His wild shot's up and good. Oh, my goodness. Spinning in the air, kind of threw it semi-baby hook behind his head off the glass and good. Well, that tells you it's going their way tonight.
Wilburn, so far, at least.
Wilburn in the post, kicks it out to Johnson. His three balls off the mark, no good. Dabney with the rebound. He loses it to a double team, and now Johnson picks it up, gets ahead to Moorhead. He'll go to the bucket, ball fake, gets the defender in the air, and he's going to be fouled from behind.
Going to be the second on Aiden Lawrence.
Good foul by Lawrence, as that was going to be a wide open layup for Moorhead. And Moorhead will step to the line for the first time tonight. He'll get 2 shots. He shoots it at a 76% clip, the best free throw shooter on the team for Milan. First free throw's in and out. He'll get a second. Roman and Gonzalez return. Weaver and Shaw will take a seat. Moorhead, the 5'9" senior, will get a second. It's good. And it's a 20-point lead for Milan, their biggest of the game. Banfar is in trouble. Wilburn to the left elbow, right wing now to Milton. His 3 balls off the mark, no good. Loose ball bounces around off 3 or 4 people. And will be tracked down by Wright, and then he's fouled by Moorhead. That'll be Moorhead's second, I believe.
It is.
Banfar will have it on the far sideline. Wright to throw it in. The trap has been a little less impressive here in the second half, but Banfar still unable to get untracked. Johnson gets it into the paint. His shot from 10 won't go. Dominic Dabney with the rebound. He'll get it into the front court now. Looks for some help in a double team and throws it away. Stolen by Milton. Ahead to Johnson. 2-on-2 break with Wright. He'll pull up from 8. Good. Johnson with his 4th of the half, 9th of the game. Moorhead up the far sideline. Now he's got it inside to Roman, and his tip-in's good. Alex Roman with a nice pass from Moorhead, and it's back to a 20-point lead. Right underneath the basket for Banfar. His finger rolls up and good. So finally a little up and down action here. The only problem is Banfar's trading baskets. Moorhead goes into the paint. His shot won't go, and it's going to be off of Moorhead, out of bounds, back to Banfar.
And they'll wait for a shoe to get tied here.
Yeah, he's not even going to tie it. It looks like he stuck the shoestrings in down the side of the shoe. That won't last long.
Nope.
So they get it in bounds, do the Indians, trailing 43-25, minute 24 to play in the third. Right now to Johnson. Johnson outside the arc. Now he draws the double team, skips it to Wright on the left wing. Right, he'll pull it up from 16, good. Latrell Wright with a good jumper that time, get in 5. Back comes Milan. Roman in the short corner to Dabney. That's Ryan Dabney, guarded by Lawrence. He's going to drive into the paint, and up and under shot off the glass, and good. Ryan Dabney doing his thing. He's got 14 and the lead back to 20. Johnson now dribbles it off his foot, but it's saved by Wright before it rolled out of bounds to Lawrence. In the high post now to Wilburn. He'll get into the paint, drops it off the right. His layup's up and good.
Where's Latrell Wright coming from?
He's got 7 in this quarter. Back comes Milan, up and down to Roman. His shot up off the glass, no good. Lawrence with the rebound, down to 26 seconds. He takes a look at the clock and hands it back to Johnson. Into the front court now with 20. He'll dribble to the right wing. Dabney tried to fake a charge. It didn't work. To right, left corner. 3 ball on the way. It's short, no good. Loose ball rebound's going to be picked up by Milton with 10 seconds. He throws it away. Stolen by Dabney. He takes a look at the clock. Down to 4. He's going to the glass. His shot off the mark won't go. Johnson from 3-quarter court. No good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. And a wild finish to the third quarter it was. But we'll go to the fourth with Milan on top, 45-29. Don't go away. The fourth quarter's next. Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Vandalia Dairy Queen, Betty Davis Insurance, and Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Service and Supply Co-op in Vandalia boasts a wide range of services to meet the agriculture input needs of every farmer in the area. Ranging from fuel delivery to custom applications to precision ag, you will find the service you need at Service and Supply Co-op. Add that to a broad portfolio of products from top-of-the-line premium to more budget-friendly economic options. Service and Supply Co-op will be sure to meet your needs. Give them a call at 594-6421 or visit them at 2727 Audrain Road, 557. Service and Supply Co-op in Vandalia.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Orff Construction, and B&B Automotive.
Van Far has it as we start the third. Hanson gets it to the free throw line and shoots it for 15 and scores. Back come Milan. Dabney into the front court now. That's Ryan. He'll pull up at the middle of the lane. Off the back of the rim. No good. Johnson with the rebound. Lead down to 14. Going to take an unprecedented fourth quarter for Van Far to tie or win this ball game. Hanson open for three in the corner. It's off the mark. Gonzalez with the rebound for Milan. Winner gets the winner of New Franklin and Eugene. New Franklin with only one loss. That'll be at Mobley on Saturday. And Milan turns it over. Their fourth of the half. Van Far now into the front court. Johnson to the right wing, skips it to the far sideline to Middleton. He'll shoot the three. It's off the mark, no good. He hadn't been able to get untracked at all tonight. And it goes out of bounds at the end of the Van Far bench.
A reminder, you only have 7 minutes, 4 seconds left if the score holds in the full court photo frenzy. I am wearing a Blues hat here tonight. So if you've got a copy of the Patriot in your camera phone, I'm ready.
Middleton with the steal, then he misses the layup. Oh my. That would have been big, and then Hanson fouls.
That's 4 on Riley.
What a turnaround. A steal and a layup that would have brought it down to 12, and then a foul. Oh my goodness.
So Van Far almost doubles their output there in the third quarter, scoring 14, but they were still outscored by 1.
15-14. And it's 45. It was 45-29. Now it's 45-31. Shaw's open from the corner. He'll let it fly. It's money. Woo! Mercy. Hunter Shaw.
They make those turnovers hurt, don't they?
What a player he is. Johnson now to Middleton. In the post now to Wilburn. He gets into a double team in the short corner now. Whips it along the baseline to right. He'll penetrate in. Shot swatted away by right. Or check that Shaw. And it goes out of bounds. 6'3", point guard with some hops. Pat Conaway wants to talk about it. 48-31, Milan leads it. 6:35 to play in the game. You're listening to Sectional Championship action on Eagle 102.
Coverage of sectional basketball on Eagle 102 brought to you by Vandalia Firestone and Appliance, Shelter Insurance Agency in Vandalia, and Danny Orth Contracting.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Marshall Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
48-31, Milan on top. 6:35 to play here in the ball game. Well, Van Far's had a couple chances, Mark, to cut into this lead and get it below 10. A couple mistakes. But they now have it out of the timeout. Wright will trigger it inbounds. He had a good third quarter as he scored 7 points. You get it inbounds to Wilburn in the far corner. He dribbles 2 or 3 times now to Slatton. Slatton hands it off to Johnson. Their spacing's all messed up. And Johnson's just going to shoot a shot, and it's no good. But Weaver's going to lose the handle and go out of bounds back to Van Far. They had 3 guys in that you could have thrown a blanket over then. And they don't want that kind of, it's easy to double team those three guys when they're standing side by side like that.
Exactly.
Wright will trigger it inbounds. He's got Middleton outside the arc now. Right wing to Wright. Wright ball fakes, gets it to Slatton. He'll shoot a little turnaround jumper. Good. Morgan Slatton with his 4th point of the game. And it's 48-33. Back comes Milan. They get it into the post to Dabney. Dabney kicks it out to Gonzalez. He'll shoot the three. Front of the ring, no good. It's going to go into the far corner, tracked down by Wright. He'll push it up the floor now for Van Far in a double team. And he's going to be tied up. And on the alternating arrow,
I think it's going to be Milan ball.
It is.
Van Far had it to start the quarter.
Moorhead will return. Gonzalez will take a seat for Milan. Johnson, Slatton, Wright, Wilburn, and Middleton for Van Far. Dabney gets it into Shaw. He's going to go to the bucket. His layup's up and good. Nobody got to him. And he shoots a wide open layup. He's having a huge second half and having a huge game for that matter. Into Wilburn now in the high post. He'll take it to the block, up off the glass, and good. Colin Wilburn with his 4th point of the game, and it's 50-35. Moorhead in the backcourt now in a double team. Gets it to Dabney. That's Ryan. Into the front court to Moorhead. Ball fakes to the key to Dabney. He'll dribble out and reset things. Directs a little traffic, guarded by Wilburn. Still has the ball. Gets it to Shaw now. Shaw in the high post to Dominic Dabney. He'll fake the jumper. Kicks it to Ryan. 16-footer from the corner. No good. And Van Far with the rebound. The lead is 15 for Milan. To Wright. Wright in the far corner now. Penetrates and kicks it to Middleton. He'll save it to Wilburn. His 3 from the corners off the front of the ring. No good. Dominic Dabney with the rebound. Milan's kind of gone away from that devastating trap that got them in the position they're in right now. Van Far getting some looks but unable to convert. Milan now content to run a little clock with 4:35 to play in the game. They lob it inside to Ryan Dabney. He'll ball fake, goes to the glass, up and good. He's got 16 in the game, and it's a 52-35 lead for the Wildcats. Wilburn now goes right back to that same block, gets it off the glass and scores. 2 in a row for Wilburn. Wright with the steal, tries to save it in bounds, and it's going to be loose. Let's say what the call is. I'm not sure.
Out of bounds, I think.
They're going to say he came from out of bounds. Not sure what that call was. That ball was touched by another player who was still in bounds because he saved it in bounds. But nonetheless, it goes the other. It goes against the Indians. Back to the front court. Weaver in the far corner now. Still man-to-man defense by Van Far. Shaw to Moorhead as they play a little keep away now from Van Far. Moorhead in a double team. Still has his dribble, and he's going to be fouled by Middleton.
Second on Sam. And the 6th against the Indians.
52-37. I think we're going to have a timeout. We are going to have a timeout on the floor. 52-37. 3:52 to play in the game. Milan leads it. You're listening to Sectional Championship action on Eagle 102.
Class 2 sectional basketball action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cali Market in Vandalia, Gentle Healthy Smiles, and Service and Supply Co-op.
If you're looking for a new refrigerator, washer and dryer, cook stove, TV, or other major appliances for your home, shop Vandalia Firestone and Appliance. You'll find the best selection, great prices on top brands, friendly, helpful, and knowledgeable service, and professional installation is also available. And of course, Vandalia Firestone and Appliance is America's favorite tire store, featuring new and used, name brand tires of all sizes for passenger cars and light trucks. Go see why Vandalia Firestone and Appliance is the right choice for you. Located 213 South Main, or call 594-6624.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
52-37, Milan leads it. 3:52 to play in the ball game, and a stunned Van Far crowd, as are we.
Yeah, this is a Milan team that has definitely grown into themselves here in 2020.
That is a great way of putting it. Shaw gets it into Dominic Dabney, he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. 6 turnover the second half, 9th in the game for Milan. So Van Far will get it back. They roll it in. Johnson will pick it up with 3:48 to play. Now here comes that half-court trap again. Hanson picks it up after he lost control, gets it to Middleton. His shot's no good off the block. And Dabney with the rebound. That's Ryan. Ryan now into the front court, right wing to Moorhead. They're in no hurry to shoot as the clock is their friend. Playing a little keep away now with Dominic Dabney. Now to Shaw. Left corner now to Weaver. As they work it around the horn, now to Dominic Dabney. He's in a double team, but he gets fouled.
That's on Hanson. That's his 5th.
So Riley Hanson will foul out. The senior finishes with 9 in what could be his final high school game of his career. As Coach Conaway takes his time bringing in the sub. And Wright will come in for Hanson. 3:16 to play. 17 foul, so Dominic Dabney will go to the line. He'll get a 1-on-1 opportunity.
He's 1 for 2 from the line tonight.
First one's good. He will get a second. They've led by as many as 20 in this game, have the Milan Wildcats. Second free throw's no good. Johnson with the rebound. Into the front court now. Nearly stolen away. Is stolen away by Dominic Dabney. He saves it into Moorhead. Moorhead now tries to get it to Dabney into the front court, and there's a foul. There's no point in fouling at this point, boys. As Middleton will pick up his 3rd. And Dominic Dabney will go back to the line for another 1-on-1 opportunity. 3:01 to play in the game. The interesting part about this is, Mark, is that first free throw is good. Is Milan's more than likely not going to get to 70. They might, but the pace has kind of been what Van Far would like. But, boy, they've just been locked down defensively by Milan in this game.
Yes, they have.
Second free throw is good by Dabney, and the lead grows back to 18 at 55-37. Johnson into the front court. They work it into the high post now to Wilburn. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence to Wilburn, right corner to Milton. He'll shoot the 3. It's short, no good. He's made nothing tonight so far. Wilburn picks up the loose ball rebound, however, and scores. Milton, their big 3-point threat, has been unable to convert any tonight so far. Can he get on track here late in the 4th? Maybe too little too late. Weaver to Shaw as they continue to play a little keep away on Van Far. Weaver now skips to the near corner to Moorhead. Moorhead dribbles out. And he'll get it underneath to Dominic Dabney. He'll skip it out to Ryan. He'll drive left baseline, loses the handle going in, and it's going to go out of bounds. But Johnson touched it, and he was on the inline. And it'll stay with the Wildcats with 2:09 to play. Morgan Slatton will come back in for Van Far. Aiden Lawrence to the bench. Down to 2:09 to play. Shaw to throw it in. Gets to Moorhead, back to Shaw. Now to Dabney on the block. He'll kick it out to Moorhead. Right wing now to Weaver. Back and forth they go, playing a little keep away as Wright will foul Moorhead.
Second on Luttrell.
And Moorhead will go back to the line, and that's number 9, I believe. So still a 1-on-1 opportunity for Moorhead.
And he's 1 for 2 from the line. Just 1 point in this ball game.
Yeah, averages 10.5 a game. But Hunter Shaw has picked up all the slack. So he makes the first, he'll get a second. As some of the faithful head for the exits here at Hannibal High School. Moorhead with the second, it's good as well. And it's back to an 18-point lead at 57-39. Now a turnover by Van Far. Too tall the pass for Wilburn. Dabney gets it into the front court. They'll get it to Moorhead, left corner three, in and out, no good. Johnson with the rebound. He'll go up the left sideline into the front court, skips it in the right corner to Wilburn. Wilburn now to Middleton. Middleton dribbles out of the double team to Johnson, left wing, ball fake, pulls up from 19, and it's an air ball. Wright will save it inbounds to Wilburn. He'll go up in the crowd. It's blocked by Dabney.
That's going to be the third foul on Ryan Dabney in his first since early in the first quarter.
I talked about their basketball smarts. Gonzalez and Dabney both had 2 fouls at half, with Dabney just now picking up his third. Gonzalez still has 2. That's basketball smarts for sure. Wilburn will go to the line and get 2. He'll miss the first.
He's 0 for his first 3.
He'll get a second.
And Van Far going to empty the bench.
A bunch of seniors on this club, and so they'll get their curtain call tonight. Congratulations to them. Colin Wilburn will finish his free throw. Sam Middleton, Morgan Slatton, Verdell Johnson, they all take a seat. Into the game is Caden Caldwell, Julian Holtkamp, and Preston Burnett. And if Wilburn can make this free throw, Hunter Scroggin will come in as well, and Wilburn does make the free throw, and so he'll get a final curtain call as well for the Van Far Indians and finish what's been a good run for these seniors for Van Far. Milan will start to sub out some of their players as well. Alex Pagan into the game, as is Billy Bahina. And Moorhead will just take his time and walk it across the timeline. Now he'll get there before the 10-second count, guarded by Wright. Dribbles around, gets it to Shaw in the near corner. Back to Dabney. Trailing by 17 are the Indians, 57-40. Shaw skips it over to Bahima. They want him to let it fly. He doesn't, to Moorhead. Moorhead to Shaw, and he'll be fouled by Holtkamp, and Hunter Shaw will go to the line, and he'll get 2 shots this time. He has 13 in the second half and 24 for the game. The senior, 6'3", point guard. A very nice player. And he makes the first. He'll get a second as more subs in. Michael Pipes and John De La Cruz. And if Shaw can make this free throw, he'll be replaced by Jeremy Bennett. And he does. And he'll take a seat. He finishes with 26 points. Quite a way to finish your sectional game. Man, oh man, what a nice player he is. Big night from Ryan Dabney as well, as he finishes with 16. Now the Indians turn it over, and in for the layup is Jeremy Bennett with his first 2 points of the game. And it's 61-40, a 21-point lead, the biggest of the game. Just hasn't been the Indians' night tonight, as they work it inside and can be swatted out of bounds by Alex Pagan. And now into the game will come Jarrett Courtney.
As Billy Bahena checks out.
Billy Bahena is a senior, so he gets his curtain call in the sectionals. Not so sure why they need a curtain call, because they get to play again on Saturday night. There's a shot up and good off the glass by Caden Caldwell. He's in the scorebook. And it's 61-42. Into the front court, John De La Cruz for Milan. Let's see if they're going to let him dribble it out, as it's loose and stolen away. Holtkamp goes to the bucket. His layup's up and good. Julian Holtkamp on the scoreboard. Down to 3, down to 2. That's going to do it. Your final score, the Milan Wildcats 61, the Van Far Indians 44. The postgame show's next at Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get-rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Vernon and Judy Brown are the owners and operators of Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Highway 61 in Silex. Brown's Smokehouse Meats also invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Just not Van Far's night tonight. They fall in the sectionals Class 2 tournament by a final of 61-44. Congratulations to Coach Andrea Dabney and the Milan Wildcats. They pick up the win and move on once again to the quarterfinal. Quarterfinal is where they have been ousted the last 2 years, but now Van Far not there to do it, and maybe they can get a little deeper. It's a team that deserves to go a little deeper after the performance they put on tonight.
Well, yeah, you know, they had two very good teams the last 2 years, many of the same players, and went home disappointed. But this year, I think you put it very nicely in your comments that they've really grown into themselves this year, and they're a polished, well-oiled machine. And not only offensively, but they played much better defensively than I expected,
and much better defensively than they have the last couple of years. And they had that shutdown mentality the entire game. The last couple of years, they made mistakes when they were trying to close it out. They allowed Van Far to come back in, not so much last year, but 2 years ago. And this is a team that is really matured. And you said basketball IQ off the charts for this group, and I hope they make it a run into the Final Four.
I do too. They play clean. They play as good sports. And they, as you said, they've lost twice in the state tournament before you get to the Final Four.
The last game before the Final Four.
It's their time, I think. And Hunter Shaw and Dominic Dabney. Dominic Dabney's been pretty good every year. You know, Van Far was able to shut him down last year a little bit, but Hunter Shaw just really got a lot better from what I remember anyway. He's grown some. He's 6'3", and you know, that dunk, if you think about it, Van Far was still in touch before that dunk, and then that dunk hit, and then they really stretched things out after that. It stretched the lead to 15, and then they just continued on, got it up to as high as 20 in the game, and win it going away 61-44.
So Milan moves on. Van Far's season comes to an end with a record of 22-7. We'll take a break, come back with final scoring numbers after this on Eagle 102.
Coverage of sectional basketball on Eagle 102 brought to you by Barnett's Landscaping, Bowling Green Ready Mix, and Kearns Construction.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby Basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nurses, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, safe sitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
Final in this one, 61-44. Milan outscored Van Far 10-3 in the first, 20-12 in the second quarter, 15-14 in the third, and 16-15 in the fourth quarter to win this one. So they won all four quarters of this ball game. Final scoring numbers for the Wildcats: 3 points for Dre Moorhead, 4.9 for Eddie Gonzalez, 4 points for Alexis Roman. Jeremy Bennett had 2 points there in mop-up time. 6 points for Dominic Dabney, 16 for Ryan Dabney, and 26 for Hunter Shaw. That's a big night, and that's what you want a senior to do, your senior leading scorer to do in the biggest stages. And Hunter, boy, he never broke a smile until that final buzzer sounded, and all business tonight for the Milan Wildcats. For Van Far, 2 points for Caden Caldwell, 2 points for Julian Holtkamp, 3 for Sam Middleton, 4.9 for Morgan Slatton, 6 points for Latrell Wright, 9 for Riley Hansen, 9 for Colin Wilbur, 9 for Verdell Johnson, as Riley fouled out with 3:16 to go, but the game was already pretty well wrapped up by that point for the Milan Wildcats, who move on into the state quarterfinals on Saturday at Moberly Area Community College.
They raised their record to 24-3, 10 turnovers for Milan, 18, which is probably the stat of the game. On Van Far, I don't remember a game we've covered where they've had anywhere near 18 turnovers, but they had a rough time with that half-court trap tonight. If you missed the first game, the Paris Coyotes, the Lady Coyotes, they advanced on as well. The team that defeated Clopton in the district championship game, they defeated Scotland County by 10, 47-37, so they will advance on as well to Moberly Area Community College. The girls' game will be at 1 o'clock, the boys' game at 3. As I said during the broadcast, Milan will face the winner of New Franklin, who ironically has only lost one game this year, and Eugene, and that game will be at 2:45 at the event center at MACC.
See, you say Eugene, I say Eugene.
I guess it depends which side of the tracks you're from.
I'm not sure.
Think about that on the ride home.
I'm not sure if that was a compliment or a criticism there.
No, neither way.
I think I've crossed the tracks a few times in my life. But anyway, that'll do it for basketball on Eagle 102 for the 19-20 school year. Let's see, baseball practices. I saw Bowling Green out on the field yesterday.
Started Monday.
Yeah, and then I think there's jamborees maybe next weekend, not this coming weekend, but and then
I think that's right.
Real games start about the 20th.
But it's been a fun basketball season, and again, we're fortunate to have a team, only one team this year, ironically, advance out of districts in the Van Farnies. And there, I'm sure there's a lot of tears and the like going on in the locker room, which is to be expected. But they shouldn't sneeze at this at all. 22-7, that's a good season in anybody's book. And a third straight year in the state tournament, not bad either. So, congratulations to all our area teams. And I guess we'll do this again next year. And I guess congratulations to the full court frenzy.
Photo
winner.
frenzy, yeah. The final horn is sounded. I guess we'll announce winners here shortly on Eagle 102, probably tomorrow morning during the Eagle Morning Show.
If you were asleep at the wheel during the last 15 or 20 minutes we were talking about it, sorry, because it's over.
Yeah, done. So, and the next issue of the Patriot is it is in full production.
It's due
right
anytime, right?
Exactly, with season recaps. And we'll have some of those photos that were taken during the full court photo frenzy as well. For everyone at Eagle 102, Marianne, Gordon, Brennan back at the station, Jim Ross, Mark Froenig, thank you for listening to high school basketball this season right here on KJFM, Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Basketball on Eagle 102. Join KJFM Radio all season long as the area's best teams square off with play-by-play and commentary by Eagle 102 sportscasters. Tune in to 102.1 or listen online at KJFM Eagle102.net. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.